All good? Okay. Declaration of opening of tonight's ordinary council meeting. Declaration of opening was made at 5:30 p.m. So item number 2 is opening procedures. Item 2.1 is acknowledgement of country. So we are on beautiful Ballarong land. So the Shire of Northern would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land in which we meet, and that is both the Ballarong and Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation, and we pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. Item 2.2 is recording of council meetings. So members of council and members of the gallery, which is members of the public, are advised that this meeting will be live streamed and audio recorded and made available on the Shire of Northern's YouTube channel. If members of the public want to access the recording of the meeting, they can do so via the Shire of Northern website. And I'm just going to check that the recording is working all right. So that's good. Item number 3 is attendance. So all the councillors that are sitting around the table are in attendance. And we are just going to go to item 3.2 is apologies. Sorry, all the members, all the staff members sitting around the table. Make sure that's up to date. That will be updated to be correctly recorded. All the members of the staff who are sitting around here will be correctly recorded. Item 3.2 is apologies, which is Councillor Gierak. Councillor Gierak is unfortunately unable to make it tonight. Item 3.4 is absent, that is nil. So we go to page 8. Item number 4 is disclosure of interest. So there's a number that I'll just go through. So we've got item 12.1, which is Bushfire Advisory Committee meeting held on the 26th of March 2024. President Antonio declared impartiality. Recommended bushfire control officers listed in the report are known to President Antonio, including his brother Paul Antonio. Councillor Appleton declared impartiality. Members of the group are known to Councillor Appleton. Councillor Hughes declared impartiality. Some of the bushfire control officers are known to Councillor Hughes. Councillor Polton declared impartiality. Members of Bushfire Advisory Committee are known to Councillor Polton. Councillor Williams declared impartiality. Members of brigades nominated as bushfire control officers are known to Councillor Williams. Item 13.1.3, request for fee waiver, Wheatbelt Future Forum. It's not in those notes, but it will be recorded in the minutes. Councillor Ryan has declared impartiality. Councillor Ryan is a member of the Chamber of Commerce and has been the President of the Chamber of Commerce in the past. Same item 13.1.3, President Antonio declared impartiality. Members of the Northern Chamber of Commerce who are requesting the fee waiver are known to President Antonio. Councillor Appleton declared impartiality. Members of the Northern Chamber of Commerce are known to Councillor Appleton. Councillor Mencelli declared impartiality. It's minimal. Some chamber members are known to Councillor Mencelli. Councillor Polton declared impartiality. Members of the Chamber of Commerce are known to Councillor Polton. Councillor Williams declared impartiality. Councillor Williams is a Shire elected member representative on the Northern Chamber of Commerce Board. The Chamber is requesting the waiver. Item 13.3.1, review of health and building policies. Councillor Hughes declared impartiality. Policy H 6.9, trading on thoroughfares and public places. Councillor Hughes' daughter has a coffee van and trades at events throughout the Shire of Northern. Item 14.1. So item 14.1 is behind closed doors, so I'll deal with those as we come to that item. So we now go to page 10, which is item number 5, announcements by the presiding member. That's without discussion. So that's as written and presumed read. So we go to page 12, is item number 6, is public questions. Now I did advise our members of the gallery or members of the public that I will defer to you to see if there was any questions, just in case. No, thank you. Item number 7 is response to previous public questions taken on notice. That is nil. Item number 8 is receiving of petitions, presentations and deputations. 8.1 petitions is nil. 8.2 presentations is nil. 8.3 is deputations, where members of the public can apply to make a statement or a deputation, and I take it there's no deputations tonight. No, thank you. So item number 9, still on page 13, is application for leave of absence. So we have a recommendation there for Councillor Hughes. Councillor, I'll go Councillor Ryan first because I saw him first. Apologies. Yeah. And I'll go Councillor Atherton for the second one. Okay. So anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by a show of hands. That's 8-0. That's carried. So item number 10 is confirmation of minutes. 10.1, confirmation of minutes from the ordinary council meeting held on 20th March 2024. Recommendation here, no questions last week during the forum. Councillor Hughes is moving. Councillor Mencheli is seconding. So anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by a show of hands. That's 8-0, that's carried. Then we go to page 14, item 10.2. is notes from the council forum meeting held on the 10th of April 2024. This is a new item, so I was just going to see if there's any questions or clarifications regarding the forum notes first. No, so otherwise we've got the recommendation on page 14. Councillor Atherton is moving, Councillor Williams is seconding. So anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by a show of hands. That's 8-0, that's carried. We now go to page 39. So which is item number 11, items brought forward for the convenience of those in the public gallery. So from that item, I'm going to go to page 284. So item 13.5.2, recognition of high achievers policy. I'm doing this because Mr. Quinn is in the public gallery who brought this item to the attention directly and indirectly to council. So we've got a recommendation on page 287. Councillor Ryan is moving. Councillor Mencheli is seconding. Anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by a show of hands. That's 8-0, that's carried. Now I didn't say to members of the public before, you're quite welcome to stay or go, quite welcome to stay for our hospitality. How the items been dealt with, you're quite willing to go without written stills as well. And for the record for everyone, this is a decision-making night. I forgot to say that at the start of the night. It's just a ordinary council meeting, so we make decisions on all the items presented. Thank you. So we now go back to page 39. Good luck this week. So we have item number 12 is reports of committee meetings. So 12.1 is Bushfire Advisory Committee meeting held on the 26th of March 2024. Just a reminder that President Antonio, Councillors Atherton, Hughes, Bolton and Williams declared impartiality in this item. So first we have on page 39 the receipt of the minutes. So we have a recommendation there. Councillor Hughes is going to move. Councillor Mencheli is seconding. So anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by a show of hands. That's 8-0, that's carried. And then we go to page 40. So there's an adoption of the recommendations. Councillor Ryan is moving. Councillor Bolton is seconding. Anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by a show of hands. That's 8-0, that's carried. We now go to page 83. So item 13 is officer reports. 13.1 is CEO's office. 13.1.1 is governance / office of the CEO policy review. Don't think we have any questions on this one, or do you have questions? Yeah. We've got a recommendation on page 85. So Councillor Ryan is moving. I'll second it. Councillor Mencheli is seconded. So anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by a show of hands. That's 8-0, that's carried. We now go to page 109. So item 13.1.2, disposal of 116, that's lot 255, Peel Terrace, Norland. There was some question and answers on this. and the recommendations on page 112. Councillor Hughes is moving, Councillor Mincelli is seconding. So is there any councillor likely to speak against this? So all those in favour by show of hands? That's 8-0, that's carried. We now go to page 166. So just to remind, this is 13.1.3, request for fee waiver, Wheat Belt Futures Forum. Just to remind all this, Councillor Ryan, President Antonio, Councillors Appleton, Mincelli, Poulton and Williams all declared impartiality in this item. So there is a recommendation on page 169. Councillor Poulton is moving. Councillor Bigwood is seconding. Is anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by show of hands? That's 8-0, that's carried. We now go to page 170. So 13.2 is engineering services, 13.2.1 is commemorative memorials and plaques in reserve policy. There's a recommendation on page 172. Councillor Ryan is moving. Councillor Hughes is seconding. Is anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by show of hands? That's 8-0, that's carried. We now go to page 183. So 13.3 development services, 13.3.1 review of health and building policies. Now it might not be mine, but it'll be up on board, I believe. Councillor Atherton. Councillor Williams, yeah, asking a question.
Yeah, thank you. It's just in regards to the trading on thoroughfares and public places. Just wondering if I could confirm that Food on the Move is still operating.
I can't answer that question. Oh, sure, I'll see if I can find out.
So can you just ask that question?
Yes, I was asking if Food on the Move is still operating. They're actually quoted as being a business, for example, so it's part of the policy and they're not actually operating anymore. I'm not sure that they should actually be mentioned in the policy, so I'm sorry I didn't ask earlier. It's something I picked up on recently.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not aware of them operating.
Just a reminder that Councillor Hughes has an interest in partiality interest in this item, councillors. So, and Councillor Atherton is declaring impartiality in this item as well, so that will be recorded in the minutes. So, Councillor Atherton? Yeah.
I put forward an alternative motion to what's on the screen at the moment, to do with the policy in regards to trading on thoroughfares and public places. Having gone through the policy, there are businesses that do not fit within the scope of the policy. For instance, if you're a food service vendor, you're required to have a commercial kitchen, which there are businesses such as the Fish Van that used to operate in Northern that just have frozen stock or pre-packaged stock that doesn't necessarily need a commercial kitchen to apply it. They also speak about only being able to trade during community events, markets, as well as sporting events and fundraising, where if you're a business, for instance, like a ice cream van, you generally work during weekends, not necessarily tied to public events. The part in the motion that I'm putting forward is there is a section on page 4 that talks about anything that comes outside of the scope will be considered by the council. Although I do like the idea of having a consideration, waiting for council to make a decision on this is a long process, where I think if we delegate that authority to the CEO, at least then they can get an opinion as long as it doesn't affect other surrounding businesses and it's beneficial for the community. In the attachments that I've put in front of you, there's also a policy that Mosman Park use as a reference. I do believe if the CEO has to use that delegated authority more and more often, and there's community growth in this area, that we could look at implementing a similar policy. Thank you.
Yes, I was just going to say, councillor Appleton, because you're prepared to move that as it is, are you prepared to take out that reference to councillor Williams mentioned?
I was going to ask if I was going to say that I would happily second it if councillor Appleton would agree to have a further amendment that if Food on the Move is no longer operating in Northam, that any reference to it could be removed from the policy, please.
I'll answer that.
And just, so I've got a mover and a second, I've got councillor Appleton and councillor Williams, is that correct, councillor Williams, seconding that? Can I just see the bottom part of that there, because it's just got some writing under number 4. Oh, sorry, it was just done, that was just admin stuff. It was just writing, I just wanted to check it wasn't part of the recommendation. Yeah. So can you just roll that back up so all councillors are aware of what councillor Appleton is moving and councillor Williams is seconding? So I'll just see if there's any questions or queries on that first. So is there anyone likely to speak against councillor Appleton's motion? If not, so all in favour by a show of hands? That's 8-0, that's carried. So that now becomes, councillor Appleton's motion becomes a substantive motion, so it's moved an amendment. So now it's just procedural, technically. We just need to move a seconder of the substantive motion. Councillor Hughes is going to move it. Councillor Ryan is going to second it. So anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by a show of hands? That's 8-0, that's carried. We now go to page 203. So item 13.4 is corporate services. 13.4.1, accounts and statements of accounts, March 2024. There's a recommendation on page 205. Councillor Ryan is moving, Councillor Mencelli is seconding. Anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by a show of hands? That's 8-0, that's carried. And we now go to page 258, which is page 260. So item 13.4.2, financial report for the period ending 31st of March 2024, with a recommendation on page 260. Councillor Ryan is moving, Councillor Bingland is seconding. Anyone likely to speak against? All those in favour by a show of hands? That's 8-0, that's carried. We now go to page 274. So 13.5 is community services. 13.5.1 is Avon Tourism Alliance, MOU or Memorandum of Understanding. There's a recommendation on page 277. There was question and answers on this, but we'll open very quickly. Councillor Holton is moving, Councillor Ryan is seconding. Anyone likely to speak against? So all those in favour by a show of hands? That's 8-0, that's carried. We have done item 13.5.3, recognition of higher fees. So we now go to page 294. So we have matters behind closed doors, recommendation. Councillor Ryan is moving. Councillor Mencelli is seconding, that is procedural, so I'll put it straight to the vote. All those in favour by a show of hands? That's 8-0, that's carried. Thanks, Ellie.
Thank you.
So welcome back, everyone. So just one of the items behind closed doors was the board item 14.2, the Chief Executive Officer Review and Selection Committee meeting held on the 16th of April 2024. The minutes of the last meeting were approved and the recommendation as written was approved. So, and also item 14.1. A72 unauthorised group dwelling. So council approved recommendation, exactly. Okay. So authorises the Chief Executive Officer to correspond with the landowner advising that if the unauthorised structure is not removed within 60 days, that the Shire will enter the property and remove the structure. And B, take appropriate action to remove the structure should the structure not be removed. Item number 2, consider an allocation of 25,000 in the 2024-25 budget to take appropriate action to remove the structure. And that was carried 5-2. So we're on page 294 of 294. So item 15 in motion for which previous notice has been given is nil. Item 16 is urgent business approved by decision, that is nil. Item number 17, declaration of closure, is made at 6:04 p.m. Thank you, councillors, for your input and debates and good insights. Thank you, members and staff, always providing professional support and answer to our queries.
Yeah.